What is up, guys? It's Tom from Tech Time here, and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to go over some easy tips on how to buy a used phone. Either that's off of Craigslist, that could be off of OfferUp, Letgo. I'm not talking about eBay or buying online, things like that, but this can still relate to that a little bit. This is mostly buying on Craigslist, meeting up hand to hand with local people selling their phones. The first thing you want to deal with is, in this day and age, you're dealing with leases. Years ago, you had a contract. So you got the phone for a subsidized price. You paid $200 for the phone, $100 for the phone. You got the phone for free, whatever it may have been. And then you signed a 2-year contract. You own the phone. If you didn't finish the contract, you paid a termination fee. You would charge that. But the phone was yours right off the rip. Nowadays, with these leases, and there's no contracts, or the equipment installment plans, you pay a monthly fee on the phone. So you don't own the phone until you finish paying it. If you're leasing the phone, you don't own the phone until you finish the lease, and then you have the option to buy it out or you lease another phone. So that's what's caused a lot of issues. It's because people get a phone, they pay for it for a couple months, they go and they sell it on Craigslist. You call them, hey, what's up? Can I come meet you to get the phone? Yep. You go and meet them. Years ago, all you had to do is pop your SIM card in. If you're on T-Mobile, AT&T, you pop your SIM card in. It works. Calls, everything. Okay, see you later. You go home. This day and age, you can't do that. You go, you pop your SIM card in. Beautiful. Everything works. You get home. Next month, the guy doesn't pay his bill. The phone's blacklisted. Now you're stuck with a fucking paperweight. And that's not what you want when the price of these phones nowadays are $5, $6, $7, $1,000. 3, 4, whatever it may be. You don't want to lose money regardless of the price. If it's $50 fucking dollars, why do you want to waste it, you know? So now you have to check the IMEI number. On Sprint and Verizon, they used to do similar things like this years ago, where if you got a phone and there was still a bill on it, you wouldn't be able to activate it because you had to call and activate it. Now, with SIM cards being used on most carriers, especially T-Mobile, AT&T, Metro PCS, things like that, Cricket, you're going to want to check the IMEI numbers on these phones. So how you can do that is you can go to, I believe T-Mobile has one, but my favorite is Swappa.com. Swappa.com. They buy, sell, resell phones, stuff like that on their site, but they also have an ESN IMEI checker. So you go on their website. Let's hold it in this phone, be a little easier. And then right when you Google it, it's going to come up Swappa. And it's got a ESN IMEI MEID check. You click on that. And it brings up this. Can we get this to fucking go in? There you go. Brings up that. You post your IMEI number right in here, which you can get that off the back of the phone sometimes. You go into settings. You can get it in About Phone. You can always hit with #*06, something like that. You can also do that to pull up the IMEI number. You punch it in there and you hit check ESN. So what's that going to do is it's going to run it, and then it's going to bring it back, and it's going to say, for instance, T-Mobile blacklisted. Means it was leased, or it was installment equipment plan, equipment installment plan. They didn't pay it. They haven't paid it, and now it got canceled and it's blacklisted. So that phone is, by theory, a paperweight. You can use it on Wi-Fi, but you're not going to get it on any other carrier. So it's fucking useless. You don't want it. And you'd be surprised the amount of people that tell you the phone is paid off. I buy and sell phones. That call them. Oh yeah, the phone's paid off. Blah 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 blah. You check the IMEI number. They go, what? Oh, that doesn't sound right. Or I'm gonna keep paying it. Oh, that's my bill. That has nothing to do with you. Yeah, it has everything to do with me, because I buy this fucking phone and I get home. This phone isn't going to work in a month or two. Could be 3 months the guy stops paying the bill. Whatever. You don't want anything on these phones. These have to be paid in full. So you got to look out for that. It will come back and tell you if it's being financed. Tell you if it's already blacklisted. Tell you if they're equipment installment plans. A lot of things. And if it comes back clear, it will say clear. No indication of being blacklisted or financed or anything like that. Then you can buy it. It's good to go. But you have to be careful with these phones. I'm telling you, I see people get burned all the time. I have people say, oh, I bought this phone off the guy. He had an iPhone. Oh, yeah, he told me it was good. I put my SIM card in, it worked. I got home. didn't work anymore a month later. Now I'm out of phone. I paid $600 for it. What am I going to do? Yeah, there are guys out there that go and change the IMEI numbers and unblacklist them, and that's a shady area you just don't really want to get yourself into, and you don't want to have to be put in that situation where you even have to do that. So check the IMEI number on these phones. The second tip is when you get the phone, you want to make sure everything works. Sounds pretty obvious, but you're, quick meeting everybody. You're meeting the guy you're talking. The guy, some of these guys, they'll try to sit there and get your mind distracted. You want to check the camera lens. It's one thing a lot of people don't check because they get the phone. It looks, oh yeah, looks good. You even turn the camera on, looks fine, but the camera lens itself is cracked. You don't want that unless you know about it. If you know about it, that's one thing. If you don't know about it, you check it out. The screens. A lot of people will tell you, if you don't know much about phones, they'll say, Galaxy S8 Plus, cracked screen, easy fix, $50. You think, oh, this is a score. You get it and you realize it's $200-$300 to fix the screen. It's another thing. Do your homework on these phones before you buy them, because a lot of these phones with these cracked screens, they're not an easy fix. The iPhones iPhones are pretty easy to fix. A lot of these other phones are not easy. My LG V20, I just had cracked. It's the only phone I've cracked in a long time. Had it replaced, almost $200 for the screen. The screen alone. You can almost buy a fucking brand new or used LG V20 for $300. Brand new. Used, you can get them even cheaper. So I had to pay for a screen on mine for $190. So you don't want to, you don't want to be fixing these screens on these phones. Another thing to check is you want to go into it and you want to check the charger on the bottom. Make sure you bring a charger. If it's USB Type-C, Lightning port, or it's a micro USB, whatever it is, bring it with you. The car charger, if you're meeting the guy at McDonald's or a fucking mall or whatever, bring a wall charger, plug it in, make sure it works. A phone could be fully charged, but this thing does not work, then you're going to have a problem. Obviously, maybe we'll play some music, check the speakers, make sure the speakers work. Check the headphone jack if you're lucky enough to have a phone that still fucking has one. There's a lot of things you want to check, and if the guy's rushing you, then maybe he's not the guy to buy it from, because you want to make sure that you go through everything on these phones. You also want to check if it has a removable back, which 80% of the phones don't nowadays, is you can open it up and you can check for water damage. Don't know how you check other than that. If it doesn't have a removable back, maybe there's a way. I'm not a professional. I don't know how to check it. What else you want to check? You want to check Galaxy S8s, iPhones. A lot of people sell clones. They look good, and first glance, they might. If you never felt the phone, you're not going to know the difference. But you're going to want to go in and you're going to want to check first the IMEI, like I told you. But sometimes they can even dupe you on that. You want to go in, you want to check the Android about phone and check everything in there. Make sure that works. You want to make sure any other telltale signs of fake phones is, the operating system. Things will be a little bit different. It'll be running, Android 6.0 when it's supposed to be on Android Oreo. So you want to check those things out if you think the phone is fake. You also want to check, if it's coming with accessories in a box, check the accessories in the box. Make sure the IMEI number on the box matches the one that comes up on the phone. There's a bunch of things, guys. Those are just some tips I just want to let you know, because I've been, buying and selling phones, and I met a guy the other day. He's got a Pixel XL2, $300. Sounds like a beautiful deal. Obviously, most of the time, it's too good to be true. It is. Oh, yeah, it's paid off, man. No problem. Blah, 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 blah. I go there. It's being leased. So, word to the wise, check those IMEI numbers. Normally, that's the telltale sign. And then, obviously, check for damage. Check those chargers. Check the camera lens and the cracks. Check the camera app, too, because sometimes the camera sensors themselves are busted or things like that. Make sure the phone's always able to turn on. The guy's like, oh, the battery's dead. Blah, blah, blah. All right, well, I'm going to charge the battery for 5-10 minutes, and I'm going to make sure it works. Don't just take somebody's word on it. Believe me, there's too many crooks out there. That's it, guys. I just want to give you a quick video and hopefully potentially save somebody from buying a shit phone, buying a paperweight, because it's the last thing you want to do. In this day and age, you want every dollar you can get, and if you're spending big money on these fucking phones, you do not want it to go to waste. So that's it, guys. Just wanted to help you guys out if I could. Hit that like button, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.